About on-the-go snacking, because I feel like the convenience packaging is the easiest things to grab, and to have fresh stuff is hard, especially if you're out all day. And you have to take a lot with you. So
We always did a homemade trail mix, you know, with the nuts and the seeds and the dried fruit and.
Sometimes I'll just even prepackage a little thing just with nuts. You do have to be a little bit careful with nuts because they are very high in calories. So you can pack a lot of calories in when you are eating nuts. So you do need to be careful. So I will usually pre-pack like a little snack bag with maybe like a 1/4 cup of almonds or something. And if you take your time and enjoy them while you're eating them, get that mouthfeel like you were talking about. So slow down with it. And that will help you feel more full. So that, like, take a little, an orange, that you can peel as you go.
A handheld fruit.
Something like that with an apple and a little bag of nuts, something like that. I know, and it is hard, and it's hard with the kids, and it's hard with them wanting snacks. It's hard to find those certain things. Or, like, I sometimes will make homemade Larabars. I don't know if you are familiar with the Larabars, of taking the dates and mixing those with cashews and nut butters and whatever, and to make your own little homemade. And then you can just prepackage those too and take those on.
What have you all found for homemade snacks? What do you do for snacks on the go? Any ideas?
We do. So I take one day, and oftentimes, like, all the kids are out having fun, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And I spend like almost a good portion of the day in the kitchen, and I just make snack bags, and I'll take and make like a trail mix and throw it all into snack bags, and carrots I'll put into snack bags, so it's all grab and go. And then I have it all in one drawer in the fridge with a bunch of fruits and vegetables, and it's a free-for-all. You can grab out of that drawer anytime you want, but that's what I tend to go to as I'm running out the door, is one of those. It takes time consuming,
Right.
is the only problem, right?
What?
It's time consuming, having to
To prep
prep
things.
everything, yeah.
But it saves time.
But it saves me a ton of time
Right.
when I'm exhausted during
Yes.
the week, and you're going in 15 directions, and
Right.
you've got 3 sports you have to be at all at the same time.
And cooking from home, it does take time. Cooking from scratch does take time. Something I'm a fan of is batch cooking. Maybe some of you do batch cooking where you take a day and you cook several meals. I've also hosted communal cooking sessions at my house. A couple bottles of wine, cheese and cracker tray. You get 2 or 3 of your girlfriends over. You all bring Tupperware, mason jars, things like that, and you make enough food for a week or more, and you freeze it.
Yeah.
Another thing I've heard of is where a group of 7 friends or families will come together, and you'll make 7 pans of lasagna, 7 pans of enchiladas, whatever, and then you give one to each family. So think about that. But cooking from scratch and cooking from home, it is time consuming.
Another thing that I like to take on the go, just for me and my kids, who won't eat it, but it's just, I love to make a little broccoli soup that's super, super easy to make. You could do vegetable broth, you can do chicken broth. You coarsely chop up an onion, coarsely chop up a head of broccoli. You stick it in there with the broth on the stove. You bring it to a boil, remove it from the heat, let it sit for 15 minutes, and then I have cashews that I've pre-soaked, and then you put it in with a cup of cashews into your blender, and you blend it all up, and it gives you the creamiest, yummiest soup. And I just put it in little mason jars, and so then my husband can take that to work with him, or I can have it at lunch. And I like it hot, I like it cold, like it doesn't, I like it both ways. So it's a really healthy, quick
And I
kinda
think there's a
snack.
recipe in the packet for cashew cream. If you have never tried that, it's a great dairy substitute. And you don't have to worry about your cream soup breaking.